Okay, so time to talk about my greatest fear. Uh, when presenting, I think my greatest fear would be to get up on stage and completely just blank out. Just forget what I prepared, forget what I'm going to say. And I know we keep saying the more you practice, you won't forget it, but I always, when I get really nervous, I just clam up and don't know exactly how to respond. And where did it originate? Um, I've had to think about this for a while, and I remember I had to give a presentation in Miss Kirshner's class back, I guess that was sophomore year. Um, had to give a presentation on something. Maybe it was The Great Gatsby or read something. Um, and I got up, and it was just a single presentation. You literally had to stand in front of the class and just talk. Uh, and I completely just destroyed it. I did not know what I was gonna say. Um, and I just forgot everything. And for a while after that, I was super nervous about doing anything in front of people. Soon after that, I had to do something in Spanish class, in Senior Ramos's class, and I was really nervous for that too. And it was bad. Um, I remember I would be so nervous about getting up in front of people or doing anything in front of people, um, that I would be sitting in my desk in Spanish class, and I would have to think about getting up and go to throw something away in the trash can. I have to think exactly where I was going to walk before I did it because I was so nervous about, I don't know, falling or doing something stupid. Um, so yeah, that's the nerves about the presentation and that fear. Can anything be done about it? Um, well, eh. I mean, I think that with practice, it can be improved upon, but I'll just have to get myself in a certain mindset before I present that day on launch day, and just think just get in a certain mindset and be able to just give the presentation as if no one was in there. Don't think about all the people that are in front of me and just forget about that and just just think of my topic. You know, um, and I think if I just get out of my mind that I'm presenting, in front of 200 people or whatever it'll be on that day, um, if I just forget about that, then I'll be able to hopefully overcome this fear that I'm going to blank out. Okay. What is the purpose of your presentation? Um, with my presentation, I think the main purpose would be to just get people to rethink their current ideas. My thesis, um, if you don't know about it, it's about organ cloning and all the perceptions that people have about it, and how these perceptions have just basically halted science advancement. Um, and so I just want to prove to people in the audience that there's a different way of thinking about it in a more positive way, and I want them to be able to question what they think and just basically walk out with a different mindset, with a different viewpoint than before. Um, what is it you've done you want to share and get recognition for? I want to be recognized for um, my the way that I've looked at organ cloning, and the hard part for me, I think, for this during this topic was I supported it so much that I struggled to look at the other viewpoints of it. And so I want to be recognized as being able to look at everybody's viewpoints, to think about it in all the, different ways that people may think about it, all the different opinions, and then be able to synthesize those and basically just show the way that I think about it without, how do I put this? Just just being able to accept all the different viewpoints, basically, is what I want to be recognized for. Um, and or what do you know that is of important to that audience? I'm going to skip that question. I don't really understand that one. Okay, number 3. What's the point of doing this portion of the program? Why are you still trying? What's it doing for you at this point? I think, honestly, this is the most important part of the program because, oh, this video is long. Because, I knew how to write a research paper, maybe not one to this extent, just because this is really long. And then the creative piece that I had to write, yeah, that was, I've written some before, so I've done that before, but a presentation to this caliber I've never had to do. The biggest presentation is just standing in front of a class of 20 people, um, and talking, basically. And usually with classroom presentations you have a PowerPoint and you're presenting on something factual. You're not presenting a thesis, an original thesis. You're presenting something that other people created. And so I think this part of the program of learning how to present is the most important part. I'm still trying to perfect my delivery skills, basically. And honestly, I think that's almost more important than the paper writing. With jobs these days, you have to know how to interact with people. You have to be able to apply your knowledge and have those interaction skills. And I think that's exactly what this presentation is going to be doing. Be able to talk with people and show what you thought, not just write down what you thought. So yeah. What are some risks you'd like to take, at least now when you still have 2 months? Risks that I'd like to take? I guess just to experiment with different ways. I was talking to Mr. Ingham about the different ways that my presentation could go, and I want to take risks, and we had to write about our presentation fantasy, and I just want to aim as high as I can get with it. And so the risks I'd like to take involve those fantasies, even if they don't seem that applicable or don't seem that achievable. Then I'd like to try and still hit those high points and get as much as I can. And then during this 2 months until the presentation, cut it down and realize what's realistic, but still aim high. Those would be the risks that I'd want to take. So yeah, those are my fears and my expectations for the presentation, and hopefully it goes well.